Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. This is part 3 of our rebuild of the amusement park, or just kind of this whole entire section here. And honestly, even though this is part 3, this is actually not a bad part to start on because, well, this is where we start actually adding things back. Now, we had a complete clean slate last time, but a lot of stuff is back on the table here. The first thing that you always do is set up the train track and then build around it. It is essentially the same, except I did move it over this side of the street here because before it was actually on that side. So what I had to do was clean out everything underneath here. All the cars and roads and all that stuff have been cleaned out. And this train track is a lot closer to this road now. Thinking that I can probably, I don't know if we're going to get away with this or not, but have the road go through here and then cross, kind of giving a purpose to this little piece of a table sticking out there. But my thought is that sometimes when I'm walking through here, my hip might hit this, and that'll be just, I don't know, my hip won't appreciate that. But you know what, let's have some fun here, guys. Let's go ahead, and I got the Horizon Express out here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Which direction is it going here? Nope, not that way. There we go, the opposite. Let's go ahead and do our test run. We're going to send this thing out, and I will say it's not necessary for the train track to go all the way to the edge of the table. However, I want the train loop to be as long as possible. So that is why I am just taking advantage of all of the table space that I have to make this possible. This is still a very, very long straight, sort of straight. I don't know if you guys can see down there, but we're going to wait. Yep, there I can see it now coming our way. Chugga, chugga, choo, choo. Just happy that it made it around. Hey, Jimmy, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Well,
All right, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and begin the process of stacking the second layer around here, just to kind of get started. That's going to be our basis for getting started on the multi-leveled amusement park, right, Jimmy?
mm-hmm.
Of course, of course. And let's go ahead and go to that point. All of the elements, not elements, but boards are right here. Those are the pieces that we're going to use to kind of fill up the back here. So we're going to go ahead and start with that. But before we do, let's watch the Horizon Express go around one more time.
A few moments later.
And we are back, and here are the new platforms. Had to cut a lot more of these 2x4s for support there all the way across. I did secure most of them with some small screws, so they're secured to those on the top and the bottom. But there it is all the way around, and now we're just kind of ready to go crazy. I know these 2x4s are very ugly looking. They will be covered, whether it's by Lego or something else. So that's all that ugliness that you see through it will not be there. And then we're going to figure out, of course, what we can do in the under layers here as well. You know, it's a little, the edge is a little uneven right here. This is the panel I already had cut previously, so that wasn't ever going to be a perfect cut, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. And they're secured to the table. So if I move the tables here, I don't know if you guys can see, but downtown, the Schmute Tower there is swaying a little bit. So all these tables are connected in one way or another. So, but yeah, there we go, guys. So now I got to figure out what I want to do with the road system. As you guys know, I used to have a road going right here where the train track is here on the front, but I'm getting rid of that, or I have got rid of it. I'm not gonna bring it back. So my thought is that I'm still gonna have the bridge coming down this way and connecting here, and probably a road that goes out here and probably underneath this, and that's going to be kind of like my exiting Minneapolis right there, is kind of going through that tunnel onto the next Lego City, wherever that might be. So that being the case, this is kind of like a parking area right here, train station into the park. Multi-level park is what I'm thinking here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera back down, and let's go ahead and kind of figure a few things out because my wife is upstairs vacuuming, and it's kind of loud down here when that happens. All right, guys, let's go ahead and put the camera down, and I'll be right back.
3 days later.
It's time to check back in. I think enough time has passed since my last update. I honestly have no idea what I talked about last time the last clip ended, to be honest with you guys. So hopefully this all makes sense when I put these together. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about this. One thing that changed, I'm pretty sure, from the last update was the color of the felt on this upper level. I was not liking the gray colors. Actually, this gray color, I ran out of felt, the green felt, which is why that one is still gray. My thought was I want to put more green-related things up there, which is why I ended up changing the color. So I took them all out, rewrapped them, and used all of the remaining green felt that I could. So this one is the one remaining one that we'll have to get at a later time. Besides that, the other area here that is working, it works. I don't know if it's perfect or if the way it's going to end up, but it works. So the idea here is that the road comes out right here instead of over here. It used to come out kind of where the train track is. So now the idea is that it comes out this way. And yes, that that corner sticking out here has already been a problem. I've already walked by and whacked it. So that's just going to be something I'm going to have to, do better at. But this road right here, instead of going right along where the new train track is, the road now curves and goes into this tunnel. And that is going to be the new road that exits the city of Minneapolis. So that is one of the big changes there. And yeah, we have that road that now instead of turns and goes down, this ramp used to be right next to it, right? So now it's adjacent. And I kind of like how this is working. The ramp itself is okay. It does the job, but I need to dress it up and make it look a little bit more fancier, more modern looking than just this, ramp that goes up and down. So I'll work on that. But anyway, we have this loop that's basically a drop off for the new park. And this is kind of what we have to work with here. So I laid down several of these large gray base plates to kind of figure out the grid system. I got to figure out the sizing of everything. So laying down those road plates over there, and if I use the large gray base plates, how much space would I have way over here? And I would have enough area for another 32 by 32 base plate towards the end right here, which is demonstrated by those underneath there. And 3 large gray base plates goes the width of it, including the train track, which I actually kind of like. That'll help me save some of those like those 32 by 16 base plates. In fact, here a lot of them are right there. So that'll be kind of nice not to have to use those. A lot of those are really old and worn out. So anyway, but I was happy to see that they ended right about where the drop-off is for the upper level there. So that's going to work out pretty good, I think. And the rides, I just slapped the loop coaster there. I don't think I'm going to put any rides. I don't know. I'll say it. I don't think the upper level is going to be part of the amusement park. I think it's going to be something different. Of course, I say this is very early stages here, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and just start working from this area into the park and see what we get. And honestly, this might be kind of where this update is going to end for right now. So hopefully in part 4, we'll have a lot of this area filled in. So stay tuned for that. This is a fun project. I'm excited to get this all filled in with something. In any case, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye.